The colony world of Rastal's Reach never slept. Its main promenade was a blaze of neon, bars, stalls, restaurants spilling out smells from a dozen species cuisines. Amid the noise and color, few noticed the alien girl crouched in the shadows of a back alley, eyes dim with hunger. Her name was Syrah, though no one here cared to ask. Once, she'd been part of a proud clan from a distant world. But raiders had destroyed her village, scattering survivors. She had fled on a smuggler's ship, only to be abandoned penniless on Rastal's Reach. Now she scavenged for scraps, ribs sharp beneath her pale, violet skin. That night, she crouched by the refuse bins behind a restaurant, trembling. The rich scent of roasted meat made her stomach twist painfully. She reached for a discarded wrapper still slick with sauce, but before her fingers closed around it, a gruff voice said, "If you're that hungry, I'll get you a plate. Don't eat garbage." Syrah froze. A human stood in the doorway. He was broad-shouldered, his apron stained with broth and spice, his hair streaked with gray. His eyes weren't cruel, just tired. He held a ladle in one hand like a scepter. She hissed softly, ready to bolt. Don't hurt me. I'll leave." He frowned. "Hurt you? Kid, you look like a strong wind would do that job for me." He jerked his chin toward the kitchen. "Come on. You want food? Earn it." Her stomach twisted again, and despite every instinct screaming caution, she followed. The chef. The man introduced himself only as Marcus Hale, head chef of the Ember Pot, a modest but well-loved eatery on Rastal's Reach. Humans and aliens alike packed its tables for hot meals that reminded them of home. Marcus set a steaming bowl of stew before Syrah. She stared wide-eyed as the savory aroma filled her lungs. "Well," he grunted, "eat." She nearly wept as she obeyed, spoon trembling in her thin hands. Each bite lit fire through her veins, warmth seeping into her starved body. Marcus crossed his arms. "So, you got a name?" She hesitated. "Syrah." "All right, Syrah. You want more meals like that? You work here. Dishes, cleaning, whatever needs doing." Her eyes widened. "Work? For food. And credits. I pay fair. But you show up late, you're gone. You steal, you're gone. You don't try, you're gone. Understand?" Syrah nodded so quickly her hair whipped her cheeks. "I'll work. I'll do anything." New life in the kitchen. The next morning, Syrah showed up as promised. The Ember Pot's kitchen was chaos. Pots steaming, knives flashing, orders shouted over the clamor. At first, she stumbled through her chores, dropping dishes and splashing water. Marcus barked at her, but never cruelly. "Faster. Wipe, rinse, stack." "No, not like that. You'll chip it. Pay attention." She learned quickly. Weeks passed. Her strength returned. And then one day, Marcus caught her hovering near the spice rack, watching intently as he measured herbs into a simmering pot. "You cook?" he asked. Startled, she stammered. Not like you, but my people, we use these." She reached for a jar of dried green flakes. "Vashri leaves. We use them with salt to heal fever." Marcus raised a brow. "Try it." Her hand shook as she sprinkled the herb. The stew's aroma shifted instantly, sharper, brighter, carrying a sweet undertone. Marcus tasted it, then stared at her. "Kid," he said slowly, "you've got a nose for flavor." That night, the customers noticed a change. Bowls emptied faster. Tips piled higher. Marcus gave Syrah her first real smile. "Looks like I hired more than a dishwasher." Rising flame. Soon Syrah wasn't just scrubbing pans. Marcus let her chop, stir, and finally create. Her alien sense of taste blended human staples with ingredients from half the galaxy. A roasted meat dish seasoned with glowing Zathran crystals. Soup laced with Vashri that eased sore throats. Bread infused with nectar from the feathered Avahi, sweet enough to make children squeal. Word spread. The Ember Pot became more than a restaurant. It became a sensation. Patrons lined up outside, eager to taste the alien girl's magic cooking. But with attention came envy. Other chefs whispered. Rivals plotted. And darker eyes took notice. Eyes belonging to the same syndicate that had abandoned Syrah here months ago. The threat One night, Marcus closed late. He found Sarah scrubbing a counter, humming. Before he could speak, the door banged open. 3 syndicate thugs stormed in. Their leader, a scarred reptilian, sneered. There she is, the runaway. Sarah froze, blood draining from her face. Marcus stepped between them. Can I help you, gentlemen? She belongs to us, the thug hissed. We smuggled her here. She's syndicate property. Marcus's eyes hardened. Kid, he said, not taking his eyes off the intruders. Is that true? Sarah's voice shook. They raided my village. Sold me. I ran. Marcus spat on the floor. Property? She works here. She's family. The thug drew a blade. Then you'll die with her. Fire in the kitchen. The fight was chaos. Marcus swung a cast-iron pan like a hammer, knocking one thug into a table. Sarah, cornered, panicked, then remembered the vashri leaves. She grabbed a handful and threw them into the blazing stove. Flames erupted in a green flash, blasting heat across the room. The thugs reeled, blinded. Marcus charged, slamming his pan into the leader's jaw. The syndicate fled, cursing, leaving scorch marks on the floor. Breathing hard, Marcus looked at Sarah. She trembled, clutching the counter. You okay? He asked. Tears spilled down her cheeks. You fought for me. He knelt, gripping her shoulders. Listen, nobody owns you. Not them. Not anyone. You're not a stray anymore, Sarah. You're mine, my apprentice. Got it? She sobbed into his apron, nodding. A new beginning. The syndicate never dared return. Word spread that Marcus Hale's kitchen was as dangerous as it was delicious. Months passed. Sarah grew stronger, sharper, confident in her skills. Customers began calling her the star chef, though she always shook her head. It's Marcus, she said. He saved me. But Marcus would only grunt. Kid, I just gave you a chance. You did the rest. One night, after closing, Sarah set a steaming bowl before him. This was my mother's recipe, she whispered. Marcus tasted it. Tears pricked his eyes. It wasn't just food. It was memory, love, home, all carried in a single bite. You've got a gift, Sarah, he said hoarsely, and I'm damn proud of you. For the first time since losing everything, Sarah smiled without fear. Epilogue. Years later, the Ember Pot became famous across Rastal's Reach, known as a place where alien and human flavors fuse into miracles. At its heart worked Sarah, no longer the starving girl in an alley, but a chef whose hands healed wounds and filled bellies. Whenever travelers asked how she rose so high, she always answered the same. I was hungry and desperate, but one human chef offered me a job instead of turning me away. That's when my fate changed. And every night, as the neon lights glowed outside, Marcus watched his apprentice and daughter in all but blood prove that kindness could turn scraps into hope and a starving alien girl into a star.